Hi, how are you?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4.
Well, good morning, everyone. We hope your day is off to a great start. It is Monday, June 15th. We are halfway through the month of June, and we have another weather picture. We've seen a lot this month at Matthews, but the rain is back, and it's going to stay for a while.
That's right. We've got light rain falling in the garden right now, and it's kind of off and on rain. It won't be a continuous rain all day, but that chance of off and on rain is going to last for a while. What we have is a system that will move over the southeastern U.S. and kind of stall over Georgia and South Carolina and just kind of keep pumping moisture into our backyard. And that means lots of extra clouds well below normal temperatures and off and on rain showers through Friday. Hey, for the week, we could rack up 1 to 3 inches of rain. Could see some flash flooding. We'll watch it closely, but at least that's going to be spread over a 5-day period. Look at these high temperatures, only in the low and mid 60s today and tomorrow. That's about 22 degrees below our normal high of 85. That's where we should be today. Not even gonna get close. However, if we can kind of kick this system out by the weekend, we will see nice improvements. We'll dry out Saturday and Sunday and turn up the heat. We're looking at upper 80s there on Saturday and getting mighty close to 90 by Sunday.
All right, it is now 7:46. Let's go ahead and get to our first story here. The gates of the North Carolina Zoo are back open. It's been weeks since the zoo closed to visitors due to the pandemic. Today they're open, but with some changes. WFMY News 2's Candace Redd is there with more on the plan to keep everyone safe.
If you plan on visiting the zoo, just know a few things have changed. Well, one of the biggest changes is that you must first purchase your tickets and make reservations in advance in order to gain entry into the zoo. The zoo is offering staggered entry times to lessen the number of guests. The zoo is also following the CDC's and state health departments' guidelines to slow the spread of COVID-19. Staff will be cleaning and sanitizing restrooms, dining areas, and frequently touched surfaces throughout the day. The zoo placed additional hand sanitizing stations throughout the park for guests and staff members as well. The zoo is also promoting social distancing by using signs and social distancing markers at all animal viewing areas. And one-way traffic is also set up in the zoo to help control the flow of guests. Now, zoo officials say indoor spaces will remain closed. We're talking about indoor dining, kid zones, playgrounds, and other areas.
Some of our indoor habitats will be closed during this initial phase. This is the aviary, streamside, and desert, as well as seabird and some of our underwater viewing. So what we've done is we've created an experience for our guests, which is primarily outdoor.
Staff will be wearing face masks, and zoo officials say that guests are also encouraged to wear face coverings, but it's not required. For more details on the reopening of the North Carolina Zoo or how to purchase tickets and make reservations in advance, all you have to do is visit our website. That's WFMYnews2.com.
All right, thanks, Candace. So after hearing all of that, we want to hear from you this morning. Do you think you'll take a trip to the zoo? Do you think it's too soon? Do you like the safety measures they put in place? Maybe you wish they were different. Let us know in the comments, and as you're typing, we'll check in with Ed Matthews. Ed, are you ready to head back to the zoo?
I would love to go sometime. It's not on my schedule for this week, but I tell you what, it's a crown jewel of a zoo right in our backyard. I've had the great fortune of going to the National Zoo in Washington, the San Diego Zoo, and now they're great zoos, but I do love best the North Carolina Zoo, and I think they're taking very strong precautions there at the zoo to keep visitors safe. So if it were on my schedule for this week, I would have no worries about going. They're going to allow you to be outdoors. Look at those critters. They want to see their friends come back and visit. I bet they've kind of missed all the visitors coming to the North Carolina Zoo, but I think they've got plans in place to keep everybody safe.
Yeah, and some of those include obviously the social distancing that the CDC has been telling us about since March, and of course the hand sanitizing stations. And they're only allowing a certain number of people in, and that's why they're doing the advanced ticket purchases so that they can keep track of the number of people who go through their facility today. Not the best weather day, I guess, for a trip to the zoo on the first day of opening, but I know a lot of families will start making those decisions now that school is officially released for the summer, and parents are looking for things to do with their kids. So I asked you also on our Facebook live stream to let us know if you plan on going to the zoo or if you're waiting. Michelle Southern says, nope, too early to make that trip. Linda says, yes, good idea, but not ready right now. Darlene Jacobs-Dial says, too soon, but I do love this zoo. And then George Spicer says, I'd love to go, but sounds like a lot of trouble booking online and having to set an arrival time. So a few more extra steps for sure that you have to go through. But if you've been waiting for it to reopen, then this is probably like the best day for you, besides the rain, which I can hear is starting to really start to fall out there.
Yes, indeed. But they do have a great plan in place, Tracy, so I would have no problems. I haven't been to the zoo in a while. It's about time for a trip. They're always adding new exhibits and doing great things there at that wonderful North Carolina Zoo. Yeah,
and I got an email because we are a member, and got an email the other day saying that they're still having their virtual summer camps, but they're obviously all online. Meaning the word virtual.
Yes.
So, that they're still doing that and trying to, be a service and be an education tool for kids while school is out. So they're still, very active in the community, just in a different way, as we've all had to adjust, right? All right, let's get to your morning headlines right now. And we start with the number of coronavirus cases in our state. It is now reaching nearly 45,000. Sunday, the state reported more than 1,400 new positive cases. Right now, there are 798 people fighting the virus in the hospital right now, and more testing is being done with over 627,000 tests now complete. We'll break down those cases by the Triad counties, and there are more than 2,000 cases in Guilford County, 91 deaths being reported. In Forsyth County, there are more than 2,200 cases and 25 deaths. We'll get another update today at noon, and we'll make sure to give that to you in just a few. So just a few days ago, Governor Cooper talked about the rising cases in our state, and he says more now than ever, it's crucial that we continue to follow the CDC guidelines to contain the COVID-19 spread.
But the high number of new cases is not just related to more testing. These numbers show the disease is spreading and that more people need hospital care, and this has to be taken seriously. I think as a state we have taken important steps to slow the virus, but those numbers and trends are sobering.
Governor Cooper and the NC Coronavirus Task Force plans to give its latest report today at 2 o'clock. Of course, we'll bring that to you online as soon as it happens. Also happening today, similar to the North Carolina Zoo, the Greensboro Science Center is reopening. Today and tomorrow are for members only, and then it reopens to non-members on Wednesday. Only the aquarium and zoo portions will be back open. The other more museum-like features will remain closed for now. Reservations are required, but we spoke to the center over the weekend and they're excited to reopen.
Last year going to be a record year for us, record-breaking in every way. Now we've got to figure it out, kind of recoup a little bit and move forward.
The Science Center says it will have safety practices in place for reopening, including social distancing as recommended by the CDC, face coverings for staff, and additional cleaning and hand sanitizing stations for you to use. Also, some big projects put on hold during the pandemic are now back on track. So let's jump into our second conversation this morning, and it has to do with food. More places are opening, of course, and you'll be seeing a lot of new things to entice you back into businesses. So here's one, for instance. The Charleston, South Carolina River Dogs minor league baseball team has added something to their menu that you've probably never seen before, and it involves cotton candy. It's called the Smoked Cotton Candy Jacked Burger. The burger features a bun, special sauce, an Angus beef patty, a rich slathering of cotton candy, and it's all topped off with some flavored Cracker Jacks. Quite a combination. The burger costs $13 and comes with a side of truffle fries. For $13, I want a whole cake too.
Yeah, that's a pretty high price. You know, that's a good looking burger, I guess. You know, thinking about all those ingredients in that burger, I would prefer them separate. You know, I love the cotton candy, I love the meat, and I love everything about the burger, but when you put it all together, I'm not so sure my stomach could handle that.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ed Matthews. I don't like condiments on my burgers or my hot dogs or anything like that. I just like everything plain. No ketchup, no mustard, no mayo, no onions. If I do have, like, you know, chili and slaw, you know, I'll do that on my hot dog, but that's really it. So cotton candy actually makes me feel queasy, like knowing that that could be on a burger. But I'm sure someone somewhere absolutely loves this idea and can't wait to go.
Yeah. You know, I would be willing, just because I'm that kind of guy, I would be willing to take a bite, but it will only be one bite, because anything more than one bite could potentially make me sick on my stomach. But I'm willing to try it. And who knows?
You might
like love
it.
Yeah. So
I don't know. I don't know. I was trying to think maybe it tastes like syrup, you know, because cotton candy, once it, you know, melts a little bit, it's just sugar, you know. So maybe it kind of like gives it that type of flavor, but I don't know. I haven't tried it. But yeah, George Spicer says yuck with a green face. Ellie Mae says no, that sounds so gross. Michelle Varner says that burger with lots of emojis after it, showing that the emoji is not happy. Let's just say that. And Jason Hutchins says that burger better come with a drink also for that much. I agree, Jason.
You got to wash it down.
Yeah, 13 bucks is a lot.
Yeah.
Darlene says my stomach couldn't handle it. And Michelle says I'm weird because I don't like condiments, but she LOL'd, so I know she's just joking. So yeah, thanks so much for weighing in here, because that burger, I don't think I could take it.
Nah, I'll pass.
Yeah, for now. All right, let's take a look at the forecast again before we head out.
Well, you see what I got in my hand, my buddy, the umbrella. We're going to have a very close relationship, not only today, but for the entire week. Yeah, a system moving into the southeastern U.S. is going to stall over Georgia and South Carolina in a position to kind of pump in moisture off of the Atlantic right into our backyard. And what it means, a good chance of off and on showers well below normal temperatures. Look at today and tomorrow, only low and mid 60s. That's where we're at right now. So the temperatures are going to remain pretty flat, and we have that chance of rain right on through Friday. For the entire week, for the next 5 days, maybe racking up about 1 to 3 inches of rain. Now that's a lot of rain, but at least it's over a 5-day period. We couldn't rule out maybe some pockets of heavier rain that could lead to flash flooding. We'll keep a very close eye on that as we go through the week. These type systems, these cutoff lows are very slow to move out, but we'll be very optimistic about the weekend and dry it out, hoping this system kicks out. And once it moves out, we get some sunshine back, we're going to crank up the heat, and you're going to crank up the AC. Look at Saturday, 87. Could have a 90-degree day coming up on Sunday.
25 degrees separates us from today.
Isn't that amazing?
To Father's Day.
Yeah.
Who would have thought we'd see 60s in June
I
for
know.
high temperatures?
I know. We got this kind of pool of wedged in cooler air. The rain has kind of, cooled the atmosphere. Evaporational cooling, by the way, is what that is. And so it's going to be kind of locked in for a few days. So well below normal temperatures. Maybe even some folks would say maybe even a light jacket along with the umbrella as you head out the door.
That's what I have. I have my raincoat and my umbrella. Ready and waiting. All right, thank you, Ed. And thank you guys for watching us here on After GMS. We'll have more conversations and headlines tomorrow. But again, thanks so much for interacting with us, letting us know your thoughts. It's our way of communicating with all of you. All right, we'll be back tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Be safe.